Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is a Benjamin Bloom football channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for West Brom versus Birmingham City in our watch along tonight. We are back after the international break. It's going to be a 3-game week, one midweek off, and then another 3-game week. This is going to go very fast up to England playing on the weekend of November 13th and 14th, and we will then be at round 17. We're going into round 12 this weekend. The teams have all had a couple of weeks off. You've all had a couple of weeks off. So hopefully we are good to go with West Brom versus Birmingham City. As ever, have your say in the comments. Share your knowledge, drive the debate. We're all going to watch the game together, and you can get your views in all the way across the next couple of hours. Make sure you hit like if you're in the stream, whichever platform you're watching on. And this is a very outdated subscriber number, so I should probably change it, but the message is still the same. Please do hit subscribe. We're actually at 19,600 subscribers now. So if I press a button here, that should change down the bottom there. There you go. So hit the button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let's do some hellos in the chat, and then we will crack on with this one. Welcome, Leeds 2021. James, QPR forever, made his debut on the Patreon roundtable. Good value, well done. Good old YouTube app, just got the notification. Welcome along. Owen, John, who was good value. He did our Birmingham season so far as well, and had some pretty good insight, especially when you see what team they've picked here. We've picked all the physical players. There you go. Jake, evening lad. Evening to you too, fella. And here, thank God the internationals are over. A lot of people feel that way, don't they? Mr. E, welcome along. James, let's get pumped 5-0, but no Dean, which is a happy sign. There we go. What else are we saying? Steve, welcome along from NZ. Good lad. Noah, show teams. Give me a second, mate. We'll get there. We'll get there indeed. Rob, welcome along. Eugene, Riley, Robert, Liam, Jonesy. I think we've said hello to most everybody in there. Thank you all for joining us. Right. Shall we have a look at the team news? We will do so imminently. Let me just do one more shout out here to Luca, who's our fan sponsor. Luca Bentley has been set up by his dad, Stephen, a great supporter of the channel, Stephen and Luca. Football is nothing without fans. I'm nothing without football, and we're nothing without you guys, Luca, as well. So thank you so much for your support. If you want to get involved and sponsor a show, you can do so over at Patreon. And if I hit that button, there you go. You'll see patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. And the highlight of that really now is the roundtables, where we get you lot on to chew the fat with me and each other. All good fun over there. Right. Shall we get... Oh, God. Burton and Morecambe is 1-1 after 5 minutes. They're going great guns over at the Pirelli. But, hey, that's not our concern. This one is tonight. And here are your teams. So, in goal for West Brom. Now, I think SofaScore are having a bit of a nightmare here, but we'll try and sort out what they've said on the screen. In goal for West Brom, Johnston, who started and had a brilliant throw out to pretty much assist one of the goals for England. The England goalkeeper in the Championship. You love to see it. Now, I don't suspect Matt Clark will play down the right. So swap him and Kyle Bartley around. So we'll say left centre-back is Matt Clark, with Ajayi in the middle and Bartley to the right in a back three. And it looks like they've got the wing-backs the wrong way around as well. SofaScore, Furlong will obviously play at right wing-back. Townsend will play at left wing-back. And look out for those long throws. We know all about them from both of those players, but especially from Furlong. Mowat and Livermore is a very steady double pivot. They seem to have played and started every game, haven't they? Up top for West Brom, where they have plenty of good players. You'll notice no Dean Garner, no Hugill in there. Matt Phillips in the number 9 position. We always say when we see that from West Brom, he's basically a presser, isn't he, rather than a finisher. Robinson's looked good when we've had West Brom on the channel, although they did lose last time we saw them at Stoke, didn't they? And Carlin Grant's been reasonably back in the goals. A little splurge from him of late. Let me know your thoughts on that Baggies team. On the bench, Burton, Brian, Kipre, Reach, who'd had a few starts in the absence of Clark, and obviously Townsend having to go back, but he's back out the team. Snodgrass, Mullenby, and Hugill make up the bench there for the Baggies. Let's see if we can get any comments on that one. What else have we got? Any comments on the West Brom team? We've got a few more hellos there. Hello, Robin. There you go, QPR. Patreon, well worth it. Roundtable is fantastic. There you go. He's done my plug for me. Welcome, Napper's mum, as well as ever. And keep comments in on the teams. Let's have a look at the Blues team. I must admit, I don't have it all noted down. Now, again, SofaScore's having a nightmare here. So, Sarkic in goal. We know that much. Then across the back, assume... so Colin will be playing right centre-back. And Christian Pedersen will play Colin will play right wing-back. Therefore, Christian Pedersen will play left centre-back. Dion Sanderson will probably play right centre-back with Mark Roberts in the middle. So let me try and run you through that again as I see it happening. So Sarkic in goal, number 13. And Roberts in the middle of the three, I would have thought sorry, they've done this in a really unhelpful way. With Sanderson at right centre-back, again, I would have thought, or possibly Colin, maybe you'll play wing-back. Let's just stick Colin at wing-back for the time being. We'll see how that one pans out. On the other side, Pedersen, I think, left centre-back with Friend at wing-back again. Both sides, the left centre-back could be the wing-back and the wing-back could be the left centre-back. We'll see how they actually line up. We'll find out at kickoff, won't we? But certainly sort of plenty of versatility between those wide defensive players. In central midfield, you will not find Christian Pedersen. You'll find Ivan Sunic and Gary Gardner. Be interesting again to see how they play Taith Chong, who is sort of potentially Birmingham's best player. If they can unleash him like they did in the first few weeks of the season. I like him best when he skews a little bit over to the right and maybe Hogan tucks in a little bit. We'll see. SofaScore have got him in the 10 position there. But, yeah, we'll see when they get into a defensive shape whether he folds across into a right central midfield position there. Let's have a look at the bench for Blues. Truman. Harley Dean misses out after Lee Bowyer talked about some maybe dressing room discontent. Read into that what you will. I will say no more. Ryan Woods also missed out. I think John had pointed out bit of extra physicality needed, possibly. That's where Ryan Woods missed out. Jeremy Bella, that's an interesting one. He's had a good season, but again, they've picked players that can defend. Jeremy Bella's a very good player. However, at left wing back, he's essentially a winger funneling in there. Jordan Graham, Chucks Anike, and the lesser spotted Troy Deeney on the bench. Good substitute to have, you would think. Let's have a look. See what you guys are saying in the chat here. James is going for 2-0 Baggies here. See how Birmingham respond after the international break. I think the fixtures even out a little bit for Birmingham after this. This is obviously a hard one, and I think they have an okay run. Jonesy, both teams battling it out to prove. It's the third biggest team in the West Midlands tonight. Are we missing out Aston Villa here? Oh, I see. The winner would become the third. Yeah, fair comment. Fair comment indeed. What else are we saying? Birmingham playing a 3-4-1-2. Yeah, we'll see how it pans out. I suspect, like most teams, it will be one formation with the ball, one formation without. Moet is some player trying to do his own goal of the season competition. Yeah, he's already got couple of absolute beauties, hasn't he, on the volley away at Blackburn. And then on the sort of half volley away at Cardiff. Rob says 3-0 Albion. Get your predictions in now if you want to. Vinny. I live in a small town just outside of West Brom. Strange area to be a football supporter. 5 West Midlands sides. Yes. All sharing the support equally. That's great, though, isn't it? Proper. Although it's good when you get a one-club town as well. Tom, me and the family keep absolutely we have. And we went away earlier in the week. Thank you very much. And thank God the international break's over, he says. David, surprised how much Bella has played last season. He didn't have the stamina for regular. Yeah, fair point. And they've got him out of the firing line here tonight. We'll have a look and see what Sky Sports are saying about the Birmingham 11, particularly as it pertains to whether Friend will be a centre-back or a wing-back, or whether it be Pedersen and Sanderson and Colin on the other side. Now, it's almost like we've done this before. Sky have got it exactly as we've just suggested, with Colin and Friend as the wing-backs, Sanderson and Pedersen as the centre-backs. I hope Sky are right, because that means I'm right as well. But I've been wrong before. And again, watch out for Chong and watch out for the drift over to the right-hand side. We'll be trying to target that position in behind kind of Townsend, I would imagine, the Baggies left wing-back. Let's just take a quick look at the league table. Remember, we are firing off into a 3-game week. So everyone, you're looking for that 6 points if they can get it across the 3-game week. 7 is fantastic. 9 is perfection, isn't it? They both want to start with 3. If West Brom start with a 3, looking at that goal difference, they would go top of the table and 3 points clear of Coventry in 3rd place in those automatic spots. Birmingham really could do with a win. They got 1 point in the last 5 games. Right. Are you all ready for this? As Alex Mowat trots up towards halfway. And looks like we're having a minute's silence. Forgive me, I don't know who for, although we're getting applause. Oh, for Alan Miller. Up on the screen there. Ex-keeper, if I remember correctly. So a minute's applause for Alan Miller here. The players are all observing that. If you feel bad about me talking over it or watching YouTube over it, please stick some applause emojis in the chat for the memory of Alan Miller, just 41 years old. Birmingham in their yellow kit, all ready to go as the players continue the minute's applause for Alan Miller. Let me just do another quick couple of bits of housekeeping. Once again, please hit that like button if you are watching Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. The minute's applause for Alan Miller has just been concluded. Please hit subscribe. And if you want to contribute financially, you can do so via Super Chat, Super Stickers. Just hit that dollar button right next to where you leave all your lovely comments. As ever, I'm watching on the Sky Sports TV feed. If you want to watch in exactly real time with me, we'll leave you some timestamps. Remember, if you're watching on Now TV, Sky Go, or Smart TV, you may be slightly ahead, you may be slightly behind, depending on your signal. Here we go. Let's put that up. West Brom 0, Birmingham 0. West Brom looking to go to the top of the table. The players take the knee, or rather, most of the players do, in protest at all forms of discrimination. And we are about to kick off. Nice job, guys. Let's stick some applause up there for Alan Miller. Good stuff. Right, we are off. West Brom immediately getting that ball forward early. And Darnell Furlong way up the pitch, the right wing back. But it's already through with Sarkic, who's just going to kill a little bit of time as Callum Robinson chases down. Vinny's gone 3-0. Baggies. Eugene's gone. Oh, Eugene's telling me that Burton got 2-1 up. They've only been playing about a quarter of an hour. Yeah, 14th minute that goal went in. Adrian hoping for a great game. Absolutely. Monkey, 3-1 West Brom. Ross is gone for a 2-2. Get your predictions in and get your thoughts in on what is transpiring. Big header forward by Friend. And I was quite smug that I thought we got the formation right, but perhaps we haven't. It looks possibly like Christian Pedersen is playing at left wing back and George Friend is playing at left centre back. Both our channel and Sky had that the other way round. Looks like Matt Clark has shaved his head. Maybe the the baldy fairy was coming for him. He's been hanging in there with the comb over, I think. Chong helps that one forward with the left foot. And Clark, the newly shaved head, nods it down to Townsend. Townsend inside. Grant holds it up. Max Collin too strong for him. And Carl Grant has held Max Collin there. Matt Clark taking inspiration from Ben. Grow it out, man. Grow it out. I know I'm lucky to have a good head of hair. David would make more sense, Friend in the centre. Has less pass, less pace, do we mean? Yeah. Either of them can play each role. But yeah, if pace is an issue, then that would be a sensible call. All that scrappy so far. Ball going from back to front fairly judiciously. 2 minutes played. West Brom 0. Birmingham 0. Here is Ajay. Has Ajay pulled out to play right centre back? Looks like he has. So let me just recap this. So we've got a couple of people in positions we didn't quite expect. Looks like Bartley's going to play the middle of the back three for West Brom with Ajay over to the right and Clark to the left. It also looks like, if they'll give me a wide shot on Sky, that the back three for Blues is Friend, Robertson, Sanderson. We expected Pedersen, but he's playing out at left wing back, and we had Colin in the right spot. Right wing back. Johnston, the England goalkeeper, clears. Nice little nod on there. And here comes Carlin Grant, little drive forward, tries to switch the play, plays it behind Furlong. Birmingham snapping into the press quite efficiently there, not just sitting back and letting West Brom come onto them. Townsend comes down the left. Little slide in and won by Mark Roberts at the back. West Brom nicely up the pitch here. Ajay out to Townsend on the left wing. It was Robinson cut inside, tried to shoot from about 35 yards then. They've won it back. Townsend swings the ball into a dangerous area. No West Brom players anywhere near the goal, and out it goes for a throw-in. Scrappy, I hear. The championship is back. Hopefully not. Hey, hopefully not. Friend too slow for any other position, but clever player at CF. Centre forward, I think that. Evening, Alistair. Welcome along. Keep your comments coming, guys. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe, obviously, if you haven't already. Messi in that left back position. Jukovic back helping, boots it down the ground. I think Clark's bought a free kick off Hogan there, has he? Looked like a shove in the back from Hogan. Brother. 4:36 on the clock. Let me know if you want a timestamp and we will get you one. It's West Brom 0, Birmingham 0. 4:45 on the clock. There's one round the corner, which is well read by Friend. There's Jukovic. Decent hold up, but then tries to volley the ball out to Chong, who, as we expected, is just starting to pull out to the right wing. Oh, there's one over the top. Robinson chases. Oh, Sarkic way off his line. Roberts and Friend have kind of managed to deal with that, but if it breaks in any way for Callum Robinson, he can just loft that over the head of Sarkic, who's completely in no man's land there. Friend heads that down the line. Going to be a throw in to West Brom. I don't think Furlong's going to lob this one into the box. Short it goes to Robinson. Furlong back to Robinson. Nice switch by Callum Robinson. Birmingham a little bit narrow there. Just gets sucked in towards that right-hand side. Bartley out to Ajay. Hogan closes. Nice sidestep by Ajay. I think Hogan just caught him there, but nothing given. And there is a big boot into the channel. Townsend heads it on. All Phillips nearly got loose there. Appeal for handball against Gardner, who was back on the cover. Now here comes Chong. First attempt at a dribble by him. Nice slide tackle. Nicks it off him. Woof. CR7 is playing Callum Robinson. Yes, indeed. There's a handball shout there against Gardner. Travelled a long way. Went to head it. Arm in unnatural position. Possibly. Possibly could have got a free kick there on the edge of the box there. It wasn't deliberate, but remember, if the arm's in an unnatural position, that don't matter. It's still handball. Maybe use Hogan's pace against three relatively slower centre-backs. That's normally the plan. And here he comes, actually. Good shout. And Johnston gets it away. Remember as well, don't even need to be too quick against the Ishmael back three because they're normally so far up the pitch. And remember in the game we did West Brom versus QPR, that early goal by Andre Gray, sliding in behind that very high defensive line. Calvin Phillips on Gogglebox tonight. We're not up against Calvin, are we? What time's that on Leeds 2021? Right, Mark Roberts is going to take the first long throw-in of the game. Not Darnell, Furlong. Roberts goes for the looping technique here. Furlong tends to go a little bit flatter. Let's see what Roberts does. There it is. Loopy. Where's Jukiewicz? Nowhere near that. And big header away from Bartley. Chong in a test of strength there with Phillips. Does well, actually, Chong. Tries to play it down the line. It's broken for Jukiewicz. Sunjic. First bit of attacking possession, really, for Birmingham. 7-8 minutes in here. Jukiewicz uses the ball well. Sunjic. Pedersen goes back. Here comes the press. That's poor from Friend. He's just booted that forward, and it's going to go all the way through to Sam Johnston in the goal. Ben, you are goated. Blues will win this 2-1. There you go. Score prediction for Watford-Liverpool. Ask Eugene. Eugene, I'm covering the game. I will be there tomorrow. I know I get in trouble when I go to Premier League, but I'm partnered up with someone who's happy to send me to these games. So I will be at Watford-Liverpool at 12:30 tomorrow. So no super stream, but you can catch up with the goings-on from Watford and Liverpool. Put a little vlog out on that. We will, of course, be back on Sunday with Dearly Departed and also the Championship review. Adrian, if Birmingham don't score, they've gone 5 games with 0 goals. Have they really? Yeah. That's Hull City levels of shot shyness, hey? Here is Sunjic, just hoiks that forward. Ball broke for him in central midfield, just got rid. Big header by Roberts forward. Hogan against Bartley. Jukiewicz just comes in and flattens Bartley. Gets away with it as well, actually. I don't know why that amused me. The ball went forward early, and I think it's going to be a free kick. I don't know which way it's been given, to be fair. You want to know who the referee is, don't you? Oh, no. Referee Simpson. Woof. Oh, okay. Jukiewicz did have a foul given against him. I was going to say it looked a bit of a robust challenge. Townsend knocks that onto Clark, who's helping out in the advanced wing-back position. Clark's done well, actually. Clark to Townsend. Townsend crosses into the box. Decent delivery, that. Pedersen, who's all left foot, gets his body in a weird position there. And then Sunjic gets caught under the ball. Pedersen does much better in terms of the next clearance. And that's, I suppose, is the helpful thing with Pedersen and Friend. They did just switch over there and both okay. Head it, kick it, centre half duties. And he's going to be at Bristol City Bournemouth. I enjoy that. Bournemouth on good form. It's okay. You can super stream Bees versus Chelsea. Is that 5:30? I might catch that one. Although I think the missus have got me booked there if I'm out in the morning. Ranieri masterclass to sync Liverpool. Unlikely. We'll get your time sync very soon, Alistair. In fact, we'll do it now. We're going to be at 11 minutes. I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Sync. Line yourself up. You might be a bit ahead. You might be a little bit behind. There is the Birmingham bench. Ryan Woods, Harley Dean, Troy Deeney chattering away. Troy Deeney, 2 goals and 2 assists in last 4 appearances versus West Brom. Maybe a good side for him to be facing. Stoppage at the moment. Jukovic is holding his lower back. I think he's going to have to change his shirt. I don't know quite what the matter is there. Probably some blood on it, maybe. Hopefully he's okay. So Birmingham playing with 10 at the moment and probably without their best aerial player. Get it in the box, say the West Brom fans. Phillips tries to spin Friend. Phillips in the 10 position there. So nobody in the traditional 9 now. Although Phillips picks it up again, tries to feed it through to Robinson. Birmingham making it hard for West Brom here. Defending on the front foot, but kind of narrow, closing down the space. They're not sitting in, but they're certainly making it hard. And they're not going chasing the game. Here comes Robinson, though. Robinson in the 10. Friend has done well. A nice feat by Friend, actually. He and Pedersen swap again. Big boot forward. Jukovic is back on with no number. Now, it fell to Chong there in the 10. And he couldn't quite get it out of his feet. Nice ball by Gardner out to Colin. Colin to Chong. Chong gets around Clark. Chong on the right wing now. Can he get it back up the line to Colin? Yes, he can. But Colin's well closed down. They've won the throw-in, and it's a chance for Mark Roberts to hurl it in the box. I guess decent little passage that by Birmingham, I have to say. They sat in nicely, won the ball back, countered fairly quickly, made it stick, kept West Brom on the back foot, and now they win attacking throwing down the right, which Roberts can hurl into the box. Mr. E. Off to a wedding tomorrow. Who gets married on a Saturday in the football season? Selfish people, Mr. E. Selfish people. I've got a bit of advice for you to get out of it, but there you go. In goes the long throw. It goes over everyone's head. I think it was Hogan, brother, trying the overhead kick in the box there. Bit too much of a stretch for him. All I'll say, Mr. E, is if you get yourself a young baby, no one will want you at their wedding, because they'll just cry. Cry all the way through it. There's a clip down the line by Pedersen. Hogan makes the chase. Ajayi. If Ajayi's within about 3 metre radius of the ball and gets his body in the way, he just stretches out that leg and grabs it away. There's one forward for Robinson. Sanderson beats him up in the air. I think referee Simpson's given an advantage there. Here comes Townsend. Townsend drives the shot. Good effort. Sarkic flips that one over the bar. Townsend's had probably 2-3 crosses now, and I think we'll have a look at the replay. That one's going in on target. Let's have a look. He's coming from quite wide. Yeah, decent hit that. Rather than direction, it's all power. But a nice little tip over by Sarkic. Yeah, he can keep his standing position, but really powerful effort by Townsend. Corner to West Brom. 15 gone. Darnell Furlong's getting a big round of applause. Don't know where the ball boys are. He's had to go all the way from one side over to the other. Good save by the keeper, says James. Yeah, it's one of those where you need to just deal with it, and the safest way with a shot that powerful is just just flip it over the bar and attempt to defend the corner. Right, they're good from set plays, West Brom, but Birmingham are a big side. Furlong, gone in low. Oh, it's a rehearsed corner. It nearly works. Went into the near post. It was flicked back to Robinson, but they get the block on. And now here's a nice looking counter. Chong versus Townsend. Chong's going to try and run into the box. Chong, good tackle by Townsend. Excellent defending. Wins the corner. There was a foul in the build-up, and referee Simpson played the advantage. I just wonder whether the yellow card is going to come out. Let's have a look here. It probably is going to, actually. Jake Livermore took Scott Hogan out at about the waist there. Lovely running from Tai Chong. Good tackle by Townsend. I don't think the yellow's come out, to be fair. Corner to Birmingham. The game's hotting up now. Chong in with the left foot. Oh, Roberts was there. It's going to break. Driven in low by Pedersen. Oh, he got a good contact on that, and the block was made. Closest anyone's come during the game there. Big boot down the ground. Friend and Pedersen going for the same ball. Roberts is going to go long again. Birmingham will be encouraged by that. Just bounced for Pedersen. He got control of the shot. Hit it well, actually. And we'll wait for the replay. Certainly a goal-bound shot. Big crowd scene in the box. And the block was made. Free kick now to Birmingham. I think Gary Gardner's drawn the foul. We're going to see a replay of this. Decent delivery. Roberts was there. Who did that hit? Did it hit Gardner? Let's have a look. Well, it sort of clips Bartley and then Gardner on the way through. I have to say, if Gardner's not there, that's probably going in the goal, unless Johnston can make a really, really big reaction save. Birmingham just coming into the game now, probably had the better of it for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Birmingham, although Townsend did have that shot that was tipped up over the crossbar. Football with Brownie. Yes, I've been on his channel today. I'm going for 3-0 West Brom. Check out that interview if you want to hear more waffle from me over on Brownie's channel. Peanuts, who's been the better side so far? Pretty even in the moment now. Birmingham having a good little spell. Another long throwing coming from Mark Roberts. In it comes. Jukiewicz jumps underneath it. Can't win the ball. It's back out with Roberts, who loads it into the back post, but it's a dreadful cross by the big centre-back. And it goes all the way over and sails out. Alistair, wheelchair basketball tomorrow. Nice. That sounds interesting to me. There could be nobody at the Reading game, hey? Big boot down the ground, headed away by Pedersen. Ajayi clips that one into the channel. Nice. Nice run by Furlong. Couldn't quite bring it down. He's won it back, though. And Phillips now going down the right wing. Phillips tries to take on Friend. Good block by Friend, and Gardner on the cover clears. Jukiewicz against Clark. Jukiewicz does really well there. Jumps and chests it. Clark both hands round. Commits the foul. He's probably only got one more of those before he gets a yellow card, Matt Clark. Jukiewicz, woof. Look at that strength. Jesus. Haven't been many better target men in the Championship over the last 5 years than Jukiewicz. Absolute bruiser. There's one into the channel for Hogan. Hogan, nice ball. Back to Pedersen, crossing position. Pedersen floats it, back post, looking for Chong. Easy catch for Sam Johnston. And out it goes. Jonesy's got cinema tomorrow. And then go to an Oasis tribute band. Nice. You love to see it. What are they called? I always remember Noasis was the one that made the most money, weren't they? It's going to be a throw-in about 5 or 6 metres shy of halfway. Roberts bombs it down the line. Jukiewicz has won the flick, actually, and Hogan's on the right-hand side of the box. Good cutback by Hogan. Chong arriving. Very accurate cutback by Scott Hogan. Chong couldn't quite get there. Cleared up to halfway. Sanderson hooks it back. Here's Jukiewicz. Jukiewicz volleys from 30 yards and tries to get Sam Johnston with the element of surprise, but Johnston too good for that one. And there's a rugby tackle-ish foul there on Max Collin. Cutting inside. Evening, Sam. Hope me and the family are well. We are grand. You too, my friend. Back at you. Daniel, going to Rotherham Pompey instead of our game. Am I plastic? Absolutely not. You're the complete opposite of plastic if you go and watch a game just for the sheer joy of it that doesn't involve your team. You love to see it. There's a foul on Furlong. He's holding the back of his head there. Didn't quite see what was going on there. Oasis tribute band would be Kasabian, surely. Yeah, maybe. What's the most entertaining game I've ever been to? Oh, goodness me. That playoff semi-final. Ipswich 5, Bolton 3. 3 penalties, 2 red cards, extra time, 8 goals. You never see anything like that again. God. Not with those stakes as well. Ridiculous. There's one in the channel for Chong to chase. I think Clark's going to deal with that fairly easily. Little step over. Slides it back home to Johnston. And first little error from the England goalkeeper today. He's trying to find Furlong there. Grant, we are playing well. Come on, Blues. I think I agree with Grant. Certainly from about minute 12, 13, I think Birmingham have looked fairly decent. Saw Kasabian support Oasis in Cardiff in 09. What I have to say about Kasabian, a very, very good, fun live band. Although the singer's not with him anymore, is he? Tom Meehan, I think. I can't remember. Can't remember his surname. Good band, though. Here's Clark for West Brom. 23 gone. Clark, big diag, left to right. Furlong is never going to beat Christian Pedersen in the air. Hogan tries to draw a foul. Referee Simpson just lets that one go. I think Hogan going to ground a little bit easily. There's a big boot into the box by Bartley. Townsend, good chest control. It's good play by Townsend, actually. Loves it. He's really been the pick of the West Brom players, actually. I'd say the left wing back. Just lobbed it into the back post. Nobody there. Penny for Jordan Hugel's thoughts. When that happened. His Townsend again. Fires it in. Clark's in the box. Up from centre-back. Big Val will love that. Clark appeals for a handball. Referee Simpson says no. And the ball's cleared. Scott Hogan is down. Holding the back of his head. Aren't they supporting Liam? Oh, those gigs are going to be great, aren't they? I'm sure they probably are. Serge is fronting them now. He always wanted to front them, didn't he? And started singing more and more and more and more. Well, Hogan was holding the back of his head. It was sort of a loose hand, but it didn't appear to strike where Hogan was holding. But there you go. What are you going to do? 24-34 on the clock. The live league table, by the way, as things stand, if this game does end level, West Brom will be able to be overtaken by Coventry, Stoke and Fulham tomorrow, obviously, depending on goal difference. Birmingham will shuffle up one position, but a lot of crowd down there. Look at that. 4 teams on 11, 2 on 12 there. Yes, we have watched all of Squid Game, Shaylee and I. I did enjoy it. Could have been a little bit quicker paced for me. And I'm not great with the violence, I have to say, but I enjoyed the storytelling. Spurs players test positive for COVID before Sunday's game. There you go. Brucey might get a win. Give him the job. Hey, let him keep the job. I don't say give him the job. He's already got the job, for God's sakes. God, we've lost about 2 minutes in this one to Scott Hogan's back of the neck, head injury, whatever it is. Lee Bowyer's just giving him some instructions. God knows how Taif Chong plays without a hairband as a man with long hair. Maybe his is a bit more rigid than mine. Can't believe it doesn't get in his eyes. Here he goes now, though. Chong. He's got some acceleration, Chong, hasn't he? Although just gets blocked off there. It's going to be a restart to West Brom. Bartley at centre back. Bartley fires that into Mowat, who we've barely mentioned. Have we mentioned Mowat yet during the game? Just hasn't gotten the ball at all. Birmingham fans will be pleased about that. Excellent player. Mowat. Phillips just late on George Friend there. Friend, well, makes the referee see that he's been caught. Let's just put it that way. I mean, to be fair, yeah, Phillips definitely catches him, but I know, fair. In deference to Friend, yeah, Phillips does catch his back leg there. Colin, Chong, little touch around the corner, and Townsend catches Chong. Chong's just too good for him there, I'm afraid. Little nick around him. And yeah, clash of knees. Could have been a painful, that one there, but I think Tai Chong is going to be okay. Free kick, though, to Birmingham over on the right-hand side. Do I think the criticism of Bruce has been fair? What criticism specifically? Some of it is fair. A lot of it is not fair, is all I'll say. But yeah, some frustrated fans up there at Newcastle, isn't it? Chong puts the free kick in left-footed. Dreadful free kick by Chong. Surprising for a player of his potential. Sanderson lobs it back out to him, but horrible floaty ball and easily won by Mowat. Robinson up the line. Decent hold by Grant. Mowat tries to play it down the line again, but floaty, and Roberts hoofs that clear. Oh, he's going back and forth like a pinball here. Chong, does he get fouled again? No, he just gets crowded out. Mowat puts it forward. Oh God. Some lower division stuff there, but it's back with Sarkic in the goal. The Johnston assist for Grealish was outstanding, but he's making a couple of distribution errors. Yeah, one or two in this game, particularly that one was trying to find Furlong. But I'm all over the Championship having the England goalkeeper. Missed anything good so far? Just going from work. Slow burner, Liam. Slow burner, very attritional. Birmingham's strategy is working thus far. Nothing really in terms of big chances, though. I suppose Christian Pedersen's shot blocked out from the set play was it. Connor Townsend had one tipped over the bar. There's a big diagonal. Bartley looking for Townsend. Townsend just manages to keep that in and wins a throw-in off Max Colin. Here's Livermore. Townsend. Livermore going down the left wing. Townsend tries to cross in. Blocked out. We still haven't seen a Darnell Furlong grenade be chucked in yet. Although I suppose if Townsend's playing down that side, we won't see him heading across. Who's gone down there? Carl and Grant, I think, on the edge of the box. Nothing given, just what they call it, the lighter touch. Referee Simpson, who was very eager to give free kicks and cards last season, less so this season. We're throwing to Mark Roberts. Any truth in the Mike Ashley wants to buy Darby rumours? I'm not sure. I think it might be some 2 and 2 together and making 15 there. But why he would want to go straight in and own another football club, I don't know. Well, I suppose he's just made a profit on Newcastle, hasn't he? Bartley has been penalised for fouling Jutkiewicz. West Brom are still at Stoke. Chong is the difference. We will see. Jutkiewicz, the master at winning decisions like that, plants himself there like a big oak tree, doesn't it? And Chong's going to stick this free kick in the box. Floaty one, looking for Pedersen. Big header by Ajayi. Flag's gone up over on the right-hand side. Offside, I guess. No good. Not one for the footballing purist. Oh, I don't know about that. We're all footballing purists here. And look, there's 46 games and there's many, many points to be won. And you're going to battle through some of them. There's nothing more pure than that, is all I would say. Looks like Jutkiewicz is bleeding from his right ear. Hopefully he's okay, and I hope it's not coming from inside, because that would be his eardrum, and that might not be. I'm sure he'll just play on anyway, but there we go. Played down the line. Sanderson gets it clear. Give me a throw in to the Baggies. Some excellent shithousery here. Mark Roberts is just tying his shoelace and the whole game has stopped. I don't know the laws on that. Do you have to stop if someone ties their shoelace? Townsend is going to throw this one in from the left-hand side. West Brom 0, Birmingham 0. Sanderson again wins that one in the air. Where's he been? Cardiff and Sunderland? I think both sets of fans liked him. Worst owner in football, Flavio Briatore. Oh, God, yeah. Go and watch the 4-year plan or the 5-year plan, 3-year plan, 4-year plan, whatever it's called. Can't remember. Jutkiewicz is back on. Hopefully he's not bleeding from the ear anymore. In comes the corner from Mo Bartley on the near post. It's going to go loose. Carl and Grant kind of floats it into the back post. An easy catch for Sarkic. Thought the game would be a bit more feistier. A bit feistier. Yeah, it was at times. I think both sides had just folded back a little bit now, and the kind of not overcommitting and really setting up that solid base is going on. Not a lot in it, I have to say. Not a lot at all. If you looked at the league table, I suppose you'd be far happier, especially given the games at the Hawthorns, if you're a Birmingham fan. I'm sure they'd take a point and a clean sheet here, wouldn't they? Both sides would have liked to have created a few more chances. Only 2 shots in target in the game. Here's Townsend. Townsend brings that down. Robinson drives the shot. I'd definitely say Townsend's been the pick of the West Brom players in left wing-back spot. Here he is again. Townsend crosses in and Robinson tries to chest it down. He just loses his footing, holds his head there. Camera goes on Townsend again, who's had a good first half, hasn't he? The West Brom left wing-back been heavily involved. Carlin Grant was just arriving behind Callum Robinson there. Maybe could have headed goalwards if Robinson hadn't tried to chest it down. But hey, forward player with the ball landing on your chest in the box, you've got to go for it, haven't you, for goodness sakes? I think Connor Townsend just pointing that out, who the cross was actually for. Here's Bartley one more time. Mowat, Bartley, Clark. Clark at left centre back. Comes over halfway. Birmingham tucking into a good defensive shape. Miscontrol, though, down the line by Robinson. Young lad in the front row there, not happy with that decision from referee Simpson. It's going to be a restart for Birmingham. It's a free kick, actually. Oh, no, he's just throwing the ball. Sanderson to Roberts, who's going to hurl this one down the line, I guess. 0-0, 36 gone. Hogan's trying to run off the back of Jai, who's no slouch. Johnston. Yeah, well, whoever said in the chat he struggled with his distribution, he's just given it straight to Sunjic there. I have to say, George Friend's distribution from left centre back has, how can I put this politely, has not been accurate, let's just say, in the main. Goodness me. Birmingham need to bring Barry Fry back. He was good fun, wasn't he? Here's Phillips, has pulled over to the left-hand side. No one in the middle. And Phillips pops it in. And again, penny for Jordan Hugel's thoughts. They do lack a focal point somewhat when Phillips is in the middle of that front three. But he's a good presser. And we know that's Ishmael's biggest quality I think he likes in a attacking player, isn't it? Amongst others. Now, here's Grant. Grant smashes the shot. And does Sarkic get a hand on that? He's outside the box, Grant. Right-hand side, drills it. Let's have a look. Or does he leave that at the last minute? Do you know, I can't tell. I think he just takes his hand away. Sarkic. Yeah, he does. It's about 2 feet over. What I will say is right behind Carl and Grant there was Alex Mowat. If we'd let it run, Mowat could have had a left foot shot from range. I don't know. You tell me. What would you rather have? Mowat hitting one with his left foot or Grant with his right? Probably Mowat, yeah? Come on, Birmingham, says Susanna. His friend again. I bet I know where this is going. Straight back to West Brom. Yeah. Friend gives it away to Furlong, who plays it into the channel. Good, strong play from Mark Roberts. And yeah, they do seem to be lacking a bit in that number 9 spot. Hugel is on the bench, the only striker on the bench. No Dean Garner. You call him a striker, inside forward. Call him what you like, hey? Goal kick to Birmingham. 39 on the clock. Sarkic is going to take this one. 0-0. Get your thoughts in the comments throughout the show. As ever, please hit subscribe, like, all of that good stuff. Super chat if you really want. Here's Furlong. Furlong slides that forward to Robinson. Birmingham just getting a little bit braver when they're out of possession. They're pushing up a little bit and not sitting too close to the goal anymore. Getting the press on a little bit there. Birmingham fans will be pleased to see, you know, just edging up the pitch a little bit. Territory maybe 9 times to the law in this game, I wonder. Throwing to West Brom down the left, which Townsend is going to take. Here's Grant. Grant back up the line. Colin gets in there. Just wins it back. It's going to be a throw in to Birmingham. in the right back position. And those little battles when West Brom are getting down the sides and you've got Colin and Sanderson doubling up with a midfielder coming across, or Friend and Pedersen, maybe Sunjic coming across on the other side. They're holding up quite well down the sides. On transition, when they get Townsend into the space, they've looked good down the left. But in the main, touch wood for you Blues fans, Birmingham defending well. Friend heads that away. Chong against Clark. Chong does well, actually. Jutkiewicz looking for another free kick there from Bartley, doesn't get one. Sunjic prods that over the top. Hogan is offside. Tries to lob that one goalwards, but the flag already up. You're definitely not a Tom Ross. Who's Tom Ross? I'm liking the Friend, Ben. Who's Friend? Tess. At least Albion are playing better than they did against Stoke. Maybe. More pleased we haven't conceded after the last few results. There's a big boot down the ground. Hogan's chasing it. Ajayi in the right centre-back position. Hogan does all right, actually. Gets a little block on it. He's going to win a free kick, is he? Referee Simpson's not interested in Hogan's attempts to win a free kick. But he has won a throw-in, which, let's be fair, from a Birmingham point of view, is probably as good as a free kick, because I'm sure up comes Mark Roberts, and this is going to get hurled into the box there. Ajayi may be a little bit complacent there. Hogan's bustling away. I mean, in terms of physicality, it's a complete mismatch between Ajayi and Hogan. But Hogan did well there. And it's going to be Mark Roberts to throw this in. In it comes. Oh, Jutkiewicz. Oh, and he glances it just wide. And I would suggest that is the best chance of the game. Oh, by his standards, that's a decent chance, isn't it? Jutkiewicz, middle of the box. And how many times have we seen him glance those into the corner? Oof. Best chance, I'd say two best chances of the game have now both gone Birmingham's way. Pedersen's shot blocked, and that flicked header from Lukas Jutkiewicz. Sunjic has been penalised there. Robinson tries the old Zidane pirouette there. To be fair to him, he's pulled it off quite nicely, hasn't he? And Sunjic drawn in and makes the foul. Free kick to West Brom. 43-25 on the clock. And Mowat can bend this one inwards with his left foot here. Such a good set play guy, Mowat. In it goes. Floaty one from Mowat. Good claim by Sarkic. Ooh, not a nice land in that one. Sarkic claimed it well. He hit the deck and his neck did crick a little bit. Hopefully he's going to jump right back up now. He's staying very still, which is probably the best thing to do. Sort of landed on his left shoulder then as he came down. And I don't know if I want to watch a replay of this. Let's have a look. Oof, God. And his neck really, really takes the brunt of it. And believe me, as a man with problems in the left side of my neck, the thumb's gone up. That's good news. The doctor has just given the thumb across. I think they're just being super, super careful when it comes to neck and spinal cord and all of that good stuff with Sarkic. He's okay. But yeah, it came through the crowd there and it didn't look like the most comfortable landing. I know goalkeepers hit the deck multiple times. And Sarkic is okay. Up he gets. And we're going to get 4 minutes of stoppage time. And we are into them already, 15 seconds in. Referee Simpson with the drop ball. Sarkic is okay. And we're going to go another 4 before we get half-time. Sarkic flips the ball up. Matt Phillips needs to not be inside the penalty area, and it's booted down the ground by Sarkic. Jutkiewicz causing trouble again. Wins a throw-in, and I suspect Mark Roberts will be able to reach the box with this one. John, come on, you baggies. You has he deliberately misspelt that? Apologies if you're seeing any spam in the chat. The block button is working though, guys. Here comes Roberts. Hurls the throw in from the right-hand side. Loopy. Bartley gets the flick on, and it's back with Sam Johnston. 46:15 on the clock. 3 minutes, or rather 2 minutes and 40 seconds of stoppage time to go. And the ball is back with Sarkic. It's going to be a Birmingham restart. Sarkic taking his sweet time. Matt Phillips trying to get in his head, closing him down. Clears it away. Ball's bouncing about. Oh, you were writing in Black Country accent, were you, John? Sorry. I read it in my East Anglian accent. Shush, Agatha. Go on, Agatha Christie. Agatha's been blocked now. You'll never hear from her again. What a shame. I'm sure you're all going to be worse off for that. Here's Clark, Mowat, Townsend, Clark, Grant, Mowat, and all the way back to Bartley. Bartley, big diag. Decent header by Pedersen. Birmingham not getting suckered in there, really. West Brom built it up and quickly tried to switch the play, but Pedersen on the cover from left wing back heads it out. And we're going to get the first throw in from Darnell Furlong of the half, 48 minutes in. Can you imagine? Clark's up. I'm assuming Bartley and Ajayi are up. In comes the throw. Big header by Pedersen, cleared by Hogan, brother. Here is Townsend. Townsend launches it back in, looking for Clark. Jutkiewicz could probably play another 10 years at centre-half. And now here comes Chong. The speed of that guy. Chong down the right, holds it up. Good running by Chong. There's a switch of play out to Pedersen. About 15 seconds of the half left. Pedersen is trying to do his Ryan Giggs impression there and get past Furlong. He can't. Sanic makes the block, and surely that is going to bring the half to the end. We're past 49. And referee Simpson does indeed blow the whistle for half-time. Get your thoughts in on that one. 0-0. Attritional. Use whatever language you want. Decent old battle between some physically strong players on this pitch. The likes of Bartley, Ajayi, Clark, even Livermore in midfield against Jutkiewicz. And then Pedersen, Roberts, Colin, Sanderson. It's a good matchup. Not much in the way of chances. I'd say the two best chances of the game went Birmingham's way. Pedersen had that shot blocked from the set play, bounced out on the half volley. I think the best chance of the game was actually Jutkiewicz's header from the long throw. And he just glanced it wide of the post. Get your thoughts in on the first half. Let's bring the numbers up here. In terms of possession, heavily in West Brom's favour, in fact, 65%. Not so much dangerous possession they have had. 4 shots apiece, 1 on target apiece, 2 corners to 1 in West Brom's favour. Shots inside the box, 3-1 in Birmingham's favour. Birmingham have only completed 121 passes in that game. So, yes, rather fraught and rather tight. And if I were to tell you the XG in this game, West Brom 0.18, Birmingham 0.26, a game of few chances, let's just say. And it looks like we're on for a low scorer in this one for sure. Let's get some comments. Who do you support, Ryan? Now, if only there was a clue somewhere in this shot, hey? See if you can figure it out. 1-0 last minute Jutkiewicz header incoming. Hey, that might be what wins this game. Burton 3, Morecambe 1 over at the Pirelli. More goals over there. What else are we saying in the chat? A lackluster half. Look like we'll have to... Oh, I'm not going to read that bit out. There we go. Some shahousery there from Jonesy. If Big Val says he wants to inject some pace into the front line, will Callum Robinson refuse? Well, it's only Jordan Hugill on the bench, so I don't know where else the pace is really going to come from. Well, that was just like watching Brazil. Look, many ways to skin a cat, John. And it's a difficult away game, and Birmingham have kind of done what they need to, really, haven't they? And honestly, just edging it on the XG, despite the fact that a mighty 0.26. But they probably edged that half, Birmingham. Pretty poor half. Townsend stand out. I agree with you, Chris, on that one. We've flagged up Townsend getting in space at left wing back a few times. Plan I not working for Ishmael again. Well, probably see some more of Plan A in the second half. I think Gaffer Shorts agrees with you. There's no Plan B when the throws and crossings. It's strange, actually, because they've had a few chances to hurl the throws and haven't really bothered in this game. It's almost like Ishmael's made a call on the basis of the size of the Birmingham backline and the fact that really the 2 Birmingham wing-backs can both play centre-back, and they're well set up to stop them, aren't they? 0-0 looks like the result at the moment. Neither side look like scoring. Not yet. Not yet. We will see. I'd take the same 45 minutes all day long. Yeah, I think most Birmingham fans, given the run of games they've got coming up, I know they've been on a poor run, but if you gave them a clean sheet in this game as a guarantee, I think they'd probably take it, wouldn't they, and move on and maybe get some 3-pointers elsewhere. I don't agree with that, John. Look, you can talk about negativity all you like, but Birmingham have created more than West Brom in that half. So my take on it is always any team can set up how they like, and it's up to the other side to create against them. And West Brom have not done that thus far. Roberts v Furlong. We haven't seen much of the Furlong long throw. Only one I can remember, in fact. But there we go. I think West Brom needs to make changes in the second half. Maybe, looking at the bench, not entirely sure on the basis that that Big Val normally plays the same strategy. It's normally like-for-like changes and just freshening things up. Sanderson, 89th minute winner incoming. We'll go for a late win there. The over-the-top of Collins' head is a worry. I'm amazed they haven't targeted more often. Maybe that's why Townsend has been getting, although it's not been behind Colin, is it? It's been on transition with Colin sort of retreating, not repeating. There we go. Right, everyone, I'm going to take a little 2-minute break. Maybe we'll do some Q&A for the remainder of the halftime break. Not that much to discuss in terms of the game. I think we've probably covered all of it thus far. You know me. I like a good tactical, attritional, physical battle, though. Takes all sorts, doesn't it? Get your questions in, and we will Q&A it the other side of this 2-minute break. Don't go anywhere. I might go and get a glass of wine as well. I think we might need it to get through tonight. See you in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Fill the questions up. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream. Keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. You can buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. If you do get something, make sure you send me a picture over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up. Questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. Welcome back, everyone. It is Birmingham and West Brom serving up not much in the way of chances thus far. It's West Brom 0, Birmingham 0 in our watch-along. And the live league table tells us that if it finishes that way, West Brom will move 1 point ahead of Coventry into second place. But all of the remaining playoff teams, apart from QPR, then would be able to catch them tomorrow. Birmingham take a point. Would they take a point now? Get on the bus now at half-time at 0-0? I don't know. You tell me. They're currently in 14th place, but look at it. 4 teams on 11 points, 2 on 12. Birmingham would then be on their own on 13, Luton on 14, and then another 2 on 15 as well. So as ever at this stage of the season in a 24-team league, very, very tight in the middle of the table. Get your questions in, and we'll do a little bit of Q&A. Liam, how do you see the Fulham QPR game going tomorrow? Well, everything about that game tells us it's going to be high scoring, so hopefully it's not going to end up being 0-0. However, with the 2 managers and some of the attacking players on show, should be a really decent one, shouldn't it? I think I had Fulham winning that one, but both sides, QPR and Fulham, tend to, I think it's over 3 goals a game. I think it's close to 3.5 with QPR as well. So, yeah, we should get goals in that one. I believe that is the half 12. There you go. QPR forever chimes in on that. McCallum and Wallace not fit enough. Barbe left wing back done in the middle. I mean, they're both good players, aren't they? Barbe and Dunn. Forgot Johnston's contract up at the end of the season. Johnston. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Why would they not sell? Well, can he get them up? Does a goalkeeper have as much influence? By the way, you've driven me to drink now. West Brom and Birmingham. Cheers, everybody. We'll have a cheeky, what is this? Cabernet Sauvignon tonight. Very nice too. Get your questions in and we will be back to the second half very, very soon. Normal plugs abound. Let's just give a shout out to Luca, who's our fan sponsor of all our live watch-alongs. Luca will know that. Who's Stoke got tomorrow? Are they away? Sheffield United, possibly? I don't know whether he goes to away games, but there we go. Thank you, Luca. And that was obviously set up by his father, Stephen. You can super chat any point during the broadcast. Just hit that dollar button down where you leave your comments. Hit the like button wherever you're watching. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and most importantly, keep your comments coming. Drive the debate. Imagine we're just a bunch of mates watching the game in the pub, having the conversation. Just happens that I can control it, which is not great. But you know me, we try and let everybody have their say in the chat, as long as people are not being dicks, frankly. We'll try and get your comment up on the screen and read as many as we can. We believe everyone has the right to an opinion over here. Also, please hit subscribe. 19,600. Really would love to get up to 20,000. What else shall we say? Peanuts. Keeper makes a big change. Just look at Huddersfield with Schofield and now with Nichols. Oh, yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. They kind of make invisible influence, don't they, keepers? Whereas keeping an attacking player, like we've had Buendia or Sarr or Grealish, whoever, who's too good for the division, you can viscerally see what's going on there. Do you think Mick McCarthy of Cardiff is under pressure to get a win? Just a little bit, yeah. Yeah, he could really do with a win. If not, he could really do with not losing. And if he does lose, he could really do with not losing heavily, let's just say. Do I like Premier League? Yeah, I do. I like following our teams that we've covered in this lovely division here. And so we do. And the Dearly Departed show is out every single week, covering the teams that have been in the Championship and found their way up. So check that out. It's normally out. I've been doing quite well at getting that out on a Sunday if all the teams have played before the Sunday afternoon games. We cover Leeds, Villa, Norwich, Brentford, and Watford. We made some really good friends. And of course, like I said, I will be at Watford, Liverpool tomorrow. Woof. Liam, good evening. Good evening, sir. Give the edge to West Brom so far. Interesting. I had it slightly the other way, Liam, but as ever, I just said we give everybody their voice here, whether they agree with me or not. Hey, I'm wrong quite a lot, so there you go. Here comes George Friend and Pedersen and Sanderson and all the West Brom players too. So Sky are just going for their last ad break, and we are going to be back. Do you think Norwich will win a game? Of course they'll win a game, Layla. I think they've got a couple of hashtag quote winnable fixtures, but no, of course Norwich are going to win a game. Hopefully for our Norwich friends soon enough. Peanuts, a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you very, very much. You can support like Peanuts has done. Just hit that dollar button. Now, we said a few times a penny for Jordan Hugill's thoughts, particularly as some crosses came in from Connor Townsend. We had a couple of comments about, no plan B or whatever. It isn't plan B, it is plan A, but with Hugill now in the number 9 position. Callum Robinson has come off. So I suspect Matt Phillips will move to the right-hand side. And Jordan Hugill will go and play in the number 9 position. Big Val is never shy of making an early change in a game. We saw him change the game with a double sub when we covered West Brom QPR at about 55 minutes. He's gone at 45 minutes today. As long as they don't score 20 goals, Russ and Lee will be happy. Well, there you go. Interesting. Some big derbies this weekend, Championship or coincidence. I think the fixture computer gives itself less and less options when it picks a derby. I think the algorithm kicks in and you do often get more than 1. The second half has kicked off. It is West Brom 0, Birmingham 0, as everyone watching on a Sky TV feed here. If you're watching on Sky Go, Smart TV or Now TV, you may be ahead or behind me. So just ask for a timestamp in the chat and we'll give you one so we can all get lined up and watch the game at exactly the same real-time perspective. Let me just quickly reset as I think Carlin Grant's fouled Max Colin. For West Brom, Johnston in goal, the England keeper. Clark, Bartley, Ajayi, Furlong, Townsend, Mowat and Jake Livermore. Looks like Jeremy Bella is getting ready to come on about 45 seconds into the second half. I don't know whether they were seeing if someone was okay to start the second half, but yeah, interesting tactic from Bowyer there. A substitution 1 minute into the second half. Phillips, Robinson and Grant. It may be a reaction to Jordan Hugill coming on. We'll see if that's the case, although Max Collin is sat on his backside at the moment. 4 Blues, here's your team. Sarkic, Sanderson, Roberts, Friend. Pedersen and Collin are the wing-backs. Gardner, Sunjic, Hogan, Jutkiewicz, Chong. They've put Chong out on the right. He tends to move that way during games, but we wondered whether he'd be in as a number 10. Right, Max Collin, the right wing-back, is coming off. Jeremy Bella, who's the left winger, basically, he's been playing left wing-back, has just come on. So there's no natural... I mean, Dion Sanderson could play that side. Maybe Friend is going to drop... Or, sorry, Pedersen's going to drop into the back 4. And Bella will play left wing-back. We'll just keep an eye on that little restructure from Birmingham. If Sky give me the wide shot, I will be able to tell you. Big clearance from Sarkic. No, Bella, bless him. He's playing right wing back, the poor guy. Deary me. Alfie, do I think Hull will stay up? It's going to be close. I think we're looking at either a relegation position or 21-20 around there, Alfie. Good luck if you're a Hull fan, though. Maybe just 3-5-2 will be the way forward. My possession goggles are on because of all the Swansea I watch. There you go. They've certainly been the better side in terms of possession, if that's the thing. I'm sure you've got an opinion on that being a Swansea fan. For sure. Am I doing a watch-along next Tuesday? Yes. Who am I doing? Stoke versus Bournemouth, I think I'm doing on Tuesday. I think Ipswich are playing at Pompey as well, so keep an eye on that. YouTube is telling me to take a break. Do you have anything to tell them? Yes. I think it's a dreadful idea around here. And I think they're slandering, besmirching and disrespecting the good name of YouTube, and that you should most definitely keep watching, of course. Right. So it'll be interesting to see how Jeremy Bella works at right wing back, especially given Townsend was probably West Brom's best player in the first half, the left wing back, who he's up against. There's one in behind for Phillips to chase. He's operating down the right now that Hugill has come on, and Callum Robinson has gone off. Will Warnock plus Mick last the season? Both of them? I don't think so, no. When you ask me both, don't ask me which one, but yeah, it could be issues there, couldn't there? Throwing down the right-hand side, West Brom. Furlong hurls it into the channel, looking for Phillips. Phillips hoists it into the middle. Here's Townsend, edge of the box. Oh, good takedown by Townsend. The issue was he took it down nicely with his left foot there. And maybe his right foot's a bit of a swinger, is it? Let's have a look. I mean, it's a difficult chance, but it's not good. Not good techers with his right foot there. How was Calvin on Gogglebox then, Leeds 2021? Was he good value? I will show my loyalty towards it. He had the very disrespectful suggestions by YouTube. Yes. Get him in the sin bin. Here is Sarkic. the Blues goalkeeper. Long kick out of his hands, looking for Jukiewicz. Big header by Bartley away. Hogan's run off the back of Matt Clark. And then kind of dives to keep the ball in play and just sticks it out for a goal kick. A thoroughly pointless exercise. 50 minutes on the clock. West Brom 0. Birmingham 0. Is there a goal? Where is it coming from? Johnston goes out to the right-hand side where Furlong is nicely forward. West Brom throw. Furlong, former QPR player, is going to take it. I think he's gone short with that one. Still feels like there's only been one long throw in by Darnell Furlong thus far in this matchup. And the game state hasn't changed too much from the first half, I have to say. I think Birmingham fans will be the happier of the two sides. Happy with a ball draw. There you go. Here's Townsend. Closed down by Chong. Bella presses. Townsend clips into the channel. There's nobody there. Woof. Can we get a time sync? Well, nothing is happening. Yes, and I've just missed an opportunity at 52 minutes. Not that much has happened all game. Agreed. But we're all in on the championship and committed to watching this. Thrown down the line, headed away by Clark. Here is Livermore. Hospital ball by Livermore. Decent sliding challenge by Pedersen. That's one good thing about football this season. It feels like the slide tackle is returning now after literally every slide tackle in football was deemed a foul. And every slide tackle in the box was a penalty last season, for God's sakes. Players' reluctance to slide in is diminishing a little bit. Bella back on the cover there. First defensive work from right wing back for him. Livermore to Furlong. Sorry, I've just missed another chance to do a time sync. Here's Bartley. Attempted ball around the corner by Hugill. They've won it back though, West Brom. Here is Hugill trying to hold it. Pretty poor from Hugill, actually. Bounces off him. Gardner chases down the line and it's back with Johnston. Nice feed by Johnston and laid off to Clark. Clark into the channel. Carlin Grant chase with Sanderson. And Bella, who's had a good start to his sub cameo here. Oh, Bella slipped it on. Now Chong is offside. Oh, goodness me. How close was that? If either of them timed that any better, Chong is in. Let's have a look. That's so close. He's just offside. It's a good call by the linesman. But he was completely in on goal there, Taif Chong. And it's always hard to know whether the passing player released the ball too early, the running player went too early, or it was just a good high defensive line. Livermore. Furlong. Easy for Gardner. Gardner heads it straight to Townsend, though. Townsend narrow. Townsend tries to clip it in. Handball shout. Nothing given. Here's Sunjic. Oh, nice give and go. Sunjic drives forward now. Sunjic tries to feed in Chong. Oh, there's a kick out there, I think, by Livermore there. Sunjic's none too happy about it. Oh, careful. Sunjic is a walk-in red card at the moment. He needs to calm down. Oh, he flew into a challenge there. We do have fun with Jake Livermore on these watch-alongs. He's Often gets a yellow card, doesn't he, I think? Be interesting to see that one back. Oh, now here comes Bella down the right-hand side. Bella crosses it in. Oh, chance. Oh, Hogan flying in on the back post. He goes at it with his right foot. And for all the world, if he dive in header or left foot there, surely he sticks that in the net. Oh, great play by Bella down the right. It's a good cross as well. Why is he not headering that? Oh, my goodness me. Big chance for Birmingham, and Scott Hogan there has got his decision-making all wrong. I think if he goes with his head, it's an easy header into the net there. Great play by Bella. And probably now the 3 best chances of the game have fallen to Birmingham. Jukovic header, Pedersen shot block, both in the first half. And that chance there for Scott Hogan. Ugh. And I know how football fans' minds work. Birmingham fans are probably thinking, oh dear, what happens now? A missed chance there. But Bella, I was a bit sceptical about him being right wing back. That was tremendous. George Friend, throw in. Game has come to life. It's a low bar. QPR forever, isn't it? He did that in the Sheffield United game. Have been questions on Hogan's finishing there. I don't know why he's not headering that, though. I'm sure Clinton Morrison will have something to say about that one. Another throw in to Birmingham. We're coming up 57 minutes. Sorry, I haven't given you a timestamp here. Literally just past 57 minutes if you want to. That's as close as we're going to get. Roberts, short throw in. Here's Bella. Back to Roberts. Lobs it in. Hopeless cross by Roberts. And Johnston throws out quickly to Grant. And Taiv Chong, bit of a naughty one there. A very much a tactical foul. Is he going to get booked? Jake Livermore's stirring the pot, of course. Because Jake Livermore's never stopped the counter-attack, has he? With a deliberate foul. But no yellow for Chong. Here's Mowat, Livermore. Townsend. Clark. Livermore. Livermore just driving through the centre circle. Nice clip out wide. No, it's not. Easily head away by Christian Pedersen. And Hogan keeps that in. And I think Alex Mowat didn't realise he'd kept it in and ends up fouling him. Oh, and I think Mowat's done. He's just signalled to the bench. And we're at the start of a 3-game week. That might be bad news for West Brom. Stretch out there. And it looks like his right... Was it standing leg? It's hard to tell there. But Mowat immediately put his hand up, and I think he is done. Jay Mollenby is on the bench in terms of central midfielders. Yeah, that's about it. Snodgrass is there as well. I suppose he could come into that position. And we are going to get a substitution. Looks like Snodgrass, actually. Or is it Mollenby? No, it's going to be Mollenby. Stephen, Wiltshire and Ibe turned down season contracts at Luton. Yeah. Couple of, well, if you sign the right contract with those type of players, who maybe have had some issues, all lobbed forward into the box. Roberts was there. Jukovic running off him. Nearly broke for Birmingham. Ajayi knocks that one forward into midfield. And here's Gardner to Chong. Chong, decent hold by him. Nice spin. Excellent from Chong. Here's Gardner. Gardner's going to cross from the right-hand side. It's going to go all the way over. Here's Pedersen now on the left wing. Pedersen, Birmingham looking good here. into the back post, looking for Jutkiewicz. Good catch by Sam Johnston. I think they're playing with 10 at the moment. West Brom, after Alex Mowat went down. They haven't made the sub yet. I think Jay Mollenby's going to be coming on. Here's Furlong. Furlong goes back into the centre halves there. A player light here, West Brom. Here's Bartley. Livermore. Clark. Clark to Townsend. Townsend inside. And Hugo just gets a touch ahead of Sanderson. Referee Simpson's still going to keep his cards in his pocket, I wonder. It's good play by Hugo there. Just got ahead of Sanderson and drew the foul. Knew what he was doing there, Hugo. Moa is walking off. So maybe not disaster, but it might be a little tweak. And Jay Mollenby is on. Number 14. On loan from Brighton, I believe. Right, free kick to West Brom. Matt Phillips is eyeing this up. Little dummy run first. Phillips floats it into the back post. Just leave that one. And out it goes. Not a good set play by West Brom. Mark. Congrats on the birth of your beautiful daughter. Thank you very, very much. Wondering what any Blues on here feel about Troy's contribution so far. Do you know what? I think we're probably going to see him in the next 10 minutes or so, but they've struggled to figure out how to fit him in. Enjoy your trip to the Vic. Best part. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Looking forward to it. How has he not been booked? Yeah. Cards kept in the pocket. So he's been fairly consistent, referee Simpson, hasn't he? We'll give him that. Could have come out a few times, couldn't they, in this match? But no yellow cards thus far. No goals either, although Scott Hogan really should have given Birmingham the lead. But now West Brom have a corner down the right-hand side. Friend trying to shepherd it out, but he got a touch on it first. And here come the big boys. Ajayi, Bartley, Hugill, Clark. And the corner's going to come in from the right-hand side. I'm guessing Mowat probably would have taken this left-footed. In it comes, and it's an easy gather for Sarkic, who's gone long with the release. Headed away. Sunjic, good header to Chong. Chong, tidy control and back into Gardner. Gardner switches the play to Pedersen. Pedersen, West Brom back in shape. Hogan makes the run down the left. Oh, nice feet by Hogan. Hogan into the box. Knocks it back. Sunjic! Oh, he's clipped the top of the crossbar. Oh, dear. Birmingham really should be in front in this game now. Really good play by Hogan down the left-hand side. It's not great from Ajayi. I have to say, he gets completely suckered in. And then he knows if he touches him. And, yeah, in purely betting terms, that is not a shot on target because it's skimmed the bar and gone over. And Sunjic should be hitting the target from there. And Birmingham fans are going to get more and more anxious. Crossed into the middle. Bella, touch and clear because you miss chances and you don't take the lead. You know what tends to happen there. But this game does seem there for Birmingham, doesn't it? It does seem like they could get something from it. Here's Mollenby. Livermore. Livermore in the centre circle. Fed into Hugill. Good hold by Hugill. Ajayi knocks it back off to Mollenby. Ajayi. Bartley. Birmingham back in shape. Nice ball out wide by Matt Phillips there. By Carlin Grant. And a very, very, very hefty first touch there 0.82 now to 0.26. We're still doing breathalyzer numbers here, but that's in the XG. Birmingham should really be in front, shouldn't they, after the chances that they've had? Particularly that one for Scott Hogan. Jutkiewicz, big climb there. Cleared by Mullenby. Forward it goes again. Matt Clark sweeps it up. Johnston, nice and cool, out to Bartley. Oh, Bartley's lost out. Can they switch the play? Hogan pokes it through. Jutkiewicz into the box. Oh, Hogan couldn't move the ball quickly enough. Kyle Bartley completely caught on the ball. And goodness me, there is something here for Birmingham. But as QPR forever says, the old sucker punch if West Brom scored. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who've seen plenty of football match thinking, oh, these chances going to begging and West Brom haven't really had a chance. Are they going to stick one in the back of the net? Not really showing any signs of it, but hey, I'm sure we've all seen this scenario play out many, many times. The Rebel, nice to see you still doing these, Ben. Thank you very, very much. Here is Townsend. Townsend crosses Bella. Blocks. Townsend again. Grant drops a shoulder on Gardner. Grant crosses right-footed, headed away by Sanderson, who's had a decent game at right centre back. Townsend, Livermore, Mullenby, Clark plays the channel. It's poor. And I can imagine the West Brom fans are probably getting a little bit restless. I don't have the sound on as we come up 67 minutes. Here's that incident again where if Scott Hogan can just play a reverse ball into Jutkiewicz there first time, he is in and hot favourite to open the scoring here. Chris, Brom have improved this half. Agreed. West Brom quite woeful. Well, they've not been in the game. I think West Brom's level has probably stayed where it is, and Birmingham's has improved, to be quite honest. But yeah, agreed. Were I a Birmingham fan, I would be disappointed that my side was not in front. West Brom 0, Birmingham 0. Hooked out of play. As we come up 68. Let's just quickly have a look at the benches and see whether there is a winning substitution for either side in here. I mean, I'm looking at Snodgrass maybe as the last vote for West Brom. And the obvious name there is Troy Deeney for Birmingham, whether he could come on and be a match winner. There's Chong. But I think George Friend had already been fouled. And referee Simpson has pulled that one back. Mullenby fouled. George Friend. Need Chris on a round table. I'm more than up for that. Get him in there. Sarkic knocks that one forward. Roberts and who was that? Hugo, was it? Both fall over. Definitely edge to Brum now. Agree with you, Liam. Crying out for a Troy Deeney late goal. Yeah, that narrative makes some sense, doesn't it? The way the game's panning out. Sean, loving the coverage. Thank you. Deeney on for Duke, probably because from what I hear, Deeney and Jutkiewicz together didn't really work. We need the likes of Ben on Scotch, but thank you very much, the Rebel. Here comes a throw-in to Birmingham as we come up 70. Mark Roberts hurls it in, looking for Friend, I think, on his own on the near post. Clark heads away. And I think Mark Roberts is not going to head back to centre-half. And he's going to lob this one in one more time. Luke, maybe Deeney not at full fitness. Interesting. Okay. I'm sure we're going to see him. I don't get a 0-0 where you don't stick him in. Roberts pops it in. Oh, arriving on the back post there was Scott Hogan. It's a difficult chance, actually. It bounces up, but he can't control the volley. Far more difficult than the when he was put in with the cross from Bella down the right-hand side. I think he should have been on the score sheet with that one. Sarkic boots that one clear under a bit of duress from Jordan Hugill. Here's Livermore. Townsend. Nice take by Grant, who's fouled. Is he by Sanderson? Yes. Sanderson might be very, very close to a yellow card now on the old totting up process. Well, I think he's played pretty well. Lee Bowyer doesn't like that decision. Mullenby. Bartley steps out. I think they're quite happy to let Bartley have the ball out of those three centre-halves. Here's Chong. Oh, that's quality from Chong. And now surely Clark is going to get a yellow card. Chong is a really tremendous player, and he's got such good acceleration just over 5 yards. Really fun player to watch, Chong. He's holding his ankle there, just zooms away from Clark there. Too good for him. And Clark takes him down and takes the yellow card. Let me take you down. Free kick, Birmingham. A dash of dude, a Nike, a better option than Deeney with his pace. It's just that temperament of Deeney. You just wonder, you get a big chance fall to someone. He's the one who's likely to smash it in the net, isn't he? Here's Grant. Grant hoiks it forward. Goes back towards Clark. And Johnston. Another giveaway by Sam Johnston there. All a bit messy there. It's about 5 terrible first touches in a row there. And George Friend bangs that one down into the corner. Here's Clark, 72-43. Hubert, I bet 1.5 goals. Still any chances? I'd cash out if you can, my friend. All advice comes with the obvious caveat. Yes, David. I'm very excited about the Beatles documentary on Disney. It looks really good, doesn't it? I will be all over that, my friend. And new season of Curb Your Enthusiasm coming up on HBO later this month as well. Some really good TV. I think Succession's back on now as well. Chris, we said this earlier. This is Chris's words, not mine. I see Clark has given up the unequal struggle and embraced his baldness. And as you can see by Chris's picture, like myself, he's very well endowed in the hair department. Matt Clark, though, great guy, good player. But yeah, shave it off, Matt. Good luck to you. Big Val looks on. Those people who say he's only got one game plan will be stacking up this last 75 minutes as evidence. And I'd struggle to argue against that conclusion. Hugill wins the throw-in, and Darnell Furlong is drying the ball with a lovely pink towel. And this one is heading into the box. He's right on the edge of the 18-yard line. Just remember the amount of tall players and powerful players on both sides for these long throw-ins. Clark does get the flick on, falls to the back post. A brilliantly brave header there. Who was that? By Gardner. Proper Brian Robson job, that. He just throws his head in where he gets flicked onto the back post. Forgive me, I didn't see who was coming in on the volley. Grant, he just chucks his head in the way. Great defending by Gary Gardner then. Tremendous stuff. Livermore. Grant drives it in, and West Brom have taken the lead. Oh, absolute sickener. If you're a Birmingham fan, They haven't created a decent chance in the whole game. That wasn't it, because it was from the outside of the box. And Karlan Grant, very much like he did against Cardiff, drives that one into the back of the net. He smashes it into the corner. It's a good finish, but West Brom have gotten away with one in this one if they get the 3 points here. Birmingham could have taken the lead a couple of times, and they just don't pick him up from the throw-in. No one's tight. It's a good driven finish. You've got to give Grant credit there, but Lee Bow, you'll be absolutely furious with that. 1 touch, 2, 3 out of his feet. He's got to be closed down quicker than that. And Gardner, I think, is trying to show him inside, which with hindsight was not a good decision. We were just praising Gardner's defending, and he just gets too much time. Big Val looks pumped with that one. I'm not surprised. And it's a slightly unlikely lead for West Brom, and it's a sickener, like I said, for Birmingham. West Brom 1, Birmingham 0 against the run of play. And West Brom, I believe, are going top of the league with that goal. We'll bring up the live league table in just a sec. We've got a Mark Roberts long throw. I think we might be able to do it now if he takes his time. There you go. Live league table. West Brom will be going top, but it's not that convincing. Here's Roberts. Throws it in. It's gone loose. Sunjic drives. Falls to Sunjic again, and he puts his volley wide of the post. Burton 3, Morecambe 2 in the 90th minute in League One. All going on there, and it's all going on here. West Brom 1, Birmingham 0. The goal came in minute 75. Karlan Grant does it again. Woof. Bit of a sickener for Birmingham, that one. Let's have a look. See what you guys are saying. What a goal, what a strike. Oh dear. Yes, wow, nice. Unbelievable, Ben. There it is, Leeds 2021. There's the sucker punch. There you go. Typical. Absolutely. Sucker punch. Here it is. Goodness me. Hamza, we haven't deserved that, but what a goal. Agree on both counts, although Lebo is going to be furious at the amount of touches that Karlan Grant was allowed before he lined that shot up. I think someone in the chat had this right. Chuck Sanike is coming on ahead of Troy Deeney. So Hogan, who should have given Birmingham the lead, should have headed that at the back post from Bella's cross about 15, 20 minutes ago. He didn't. Anike comes on for Scott Hogan, and he is going to play up top with Jutkiewicz. Goodness me, wearing number 15, Chucks Anike. Maybe we won't see Troy Deeney. We will find out. Jay, gutted, solid. Yeah, totally agree. If there was going to be a winner in this one, it looked like Birmingham, but not so now. It's West Brom leading 1-0. Phillips into the box, and Friend knocks that one out for a corner. Sometimes these times of games, you play bad, you need to get the points. Absolutely. It's just the muscle memory. And we've seen a couple now where West Brom, have they blown us away? No, not really. Have they won? Yeah. Mr. Stockton had it again, has he, for Morecambe? What a player he is. Here is Phillips inside to Karlan Grant. Grant swings a lovely looking crossing. Oh, Pedersen flicks the ball away from Sarkic, who was in no man's land, over his own bar. We've seen them going for an own goal a few times. Good defending by Pedersen in the end, though. Grant's speciality, shots from the left-hand side of the box. So strange. Gardner showed him inside, isn't it? And Grant drilled it in with the right foot. Gavin, good teams find a way to win. Well, that is very, very much true. And West Brom are finding a way to win here. In it comes to the near post, the corner from Townsend, headed out. Sunjic heads on again. Here's Townsend. He's going to have to cross this right-footed. Not quite so good with the right foot as with the left, and Sarkic makes the catch. It's that old one. You need to take your chances when on top. Couldn't agree more. Here's Anike. And Anike has been penalised by referee Simpson. He's not very happy about that, as you can imagine. West Brom level on points with Bournemouth in the Championship. The live league table tells us West Brom are going top of the table on goal difference. If they do win this game, Coventry could catch them tomorrow. Bournemouth could overtake them. Stoke would not be able to do so. Here's Hugill. Hugill knocks it off to Mollenby. Nice carry by him. Mollenby out to Matt Phillips. Bella takes it back off him. Mollenby wins it back. Mollenby trying to shape that one into the far corner. And it is wide of the post. I wonder what Lee Bowyer's thoughts are going to be. You may as well go down in flames and lose it 2-3-0 than lose it 1-0 and have a crack at it, is always my thought. But hey, I'm not a professional football manager, and Lee Bowyer is. 81-30 on the clock. West Brom 1, Birmingham 0. West Brom lead with an XG of 0.29. Blues 0.99. It's been one of those nights for Birmingham, but as you guys have said in the chat, 2 comments I agree with from David: score when you're on top. From Gavin: good teams find a way to win. And that sums up tonight. And were West Brom even on top when they scored? Probably not. Just a bit of quality by Carlin Grant. Mark Roberts is coming forward on the left-hand side. He's going to hurl another long throw in. We're definitely not going to see Troy Deeney because Jordan Graham's coming on. And it looks like we're going to get a back 4 now from Lee Bowyer. George Friend is coming out. Graham normally plays down the right wing. So I suspect we get a... do we get 4-4-F in 2 here? I wonder. With Anike and Jukiewicz up front. We'll find out in just a sec after this set play. And it comes from Roberts, headed away by Kyle Bartley. Straight back out to Roberts. He's going to have another go. Roberts steals a yard or 2. Referee Simpson's not having it. Here he comes again. Roberts throws it in. Clark flicks it. Oh, my goodness me. Matt Clark wins the header on the near post and is probably less than a foot away from scoring an own goal there. I think Sam Johnson's lost the flight of that one. I wonder if Taif Chong could have got on the end of it on the back post. Wasn't quite in shot, but corner for Birmingham. Chong, left-footed. In it comes. West Brom make first contact. Good header away from Phillips. Jeremy Bella with a very silly shot from way out on the half volley. And wide it goes. Alistair, great bit of quality by Grant. I think we're going to see it again on the replay. I mean, I do agree. 2 things can be true here. It's not good defending in terms of showing him inside. It is a really good finish. He smashes it in the corner. Over the... And it could be the goal that gives them the win. Elliot, he was unreal for us, Jordan Graham. He wasn't unreal when he came on loan to Ipswich, but hey, no one's been unreal for Ipswich in the longest time. Have they? 84-15 on the clock. We need to figure out. Lee Bowyer, I can understand his expression because Birmingham, on the basis of this first 85 minutes, deserve something from this game, but they're not going to get anything as it stands, and you've got to stick those chances away, haven't you? Townsend swings a free kick over to the back post. It's going to go all the way over. Can Mollenby keep it in? Yes, he can. Gardner closes him down. And Mollenby wins the throw-in. as we come up 85 minutes. Just to keep you appraised, Anike has come on for Hogan for Birmingham. Jordan Graham on for Friend. How they are lining up now, I'm not entirely sure. But if Sky will actually give me a wide shot of the pitch, I can tell you. Darnell Furlong is going to take this long throw-in for West Brom, which is headed out by Christian Pedersen. Volleyed back in by Matt Phillips. Corner been given, or maybe it was Carl and Grant. Thought that came off Baggy's head. Oh, no, it didn't. Good call by referee Simpson. Chucks Anike with the header out. And this is killing. Plenty of time here for West Brom. Another corner. From the right-hand side, which Connor Townsend is going to swing over with the left foot. In it comes, punched away by Sarkic. He was completely prone on the floor there. The volley came back in, I think from Grant again, to be honest, and it was blocked out. If it had been on target, and it's crossed into the back post, and Townsend didn't know whether to header that or stay on his feet. He kind of goes for the header, falls forward, and puts it wide. Oh, dear. It's an easy finish if he doesn't commit to the header and stays on his feet. I mean, I say easy. A much easier finish. You can probably stroke that in on the half volley with the left foot, but just misjudged the flight of the cross there, Townsend. Birmingham restart, 86:55 on the clock. And Chong is down again. He's been fouled by Grant this time. Both players are down, so keep your eye on the clock here. And the players look quite concerned, actually. This might be a long stoppage here. Hopefully the two players are okay. Chong is holding his right knee. I wonder if there's been a clash of knees. Let's have a look. Yeah, smash into each other. I think Chong just got there first, hence why he's got the free kick. But we want to see both players hop up. Yeah, they're checking Carl and Grant's left knee and Taif Chong's right knee. You can see that's where the collision took place. And we're probably heading for, well, you tell me in the chat, probably 5 minutes stoppage time. The yellow card has come out for Carl and Grant for that one. The match winner at the moment, Grant. Chong is up. He doesn't have to get kicked about, poor old Chong. Both West Brom's yellow cards for Clark and Grant have been for fouls on the excellent Manchester United loanee. Free kick that Bella will put in. It's a poor one. Headed away by Molumby. Sunjic goes 50-50 there with, I think it was Matt Phillips. And it's going to be a West Brom throw-in as we tick over 89 minutes. We're probably expecting 5 minutes of stoppage time, I would have thought. West Brom are heading to the top of the table if they don't concede in the remainder of this game. Mr. Bowyer ain't happy. I mean, I do have some sympathy for Mr. Bowyer. Set this up fairly well. And I think if his attacking players execute, I think Birmingham could get something from this game. But you've got to remember in the Championship, you're not working with the elite. Players do miss chances. They do make defensive mistakes. And here we are. Carl and Grant just trying to get the Baggies crowd going there behind the goal. And we're just about to find out how much stoppage time we're going to get. I think Grant's going off. We've just ticked over 90 minutes. We're going to see the goal one more time. It's a really good strike by Grant, but he should not have that much time on the edge of the box. 4 or 5, I think, for the season now. Someone will correct me in the chat. Adam Reach has come on for Grant. I think he'll play on the left wing where, or front left where Grant was playing. Corner comes in from Matt Phillips, headed down. Oh, brilliant save. Great save by Sarkic. That should have been 2-0, shouldn't it? Bartley with the header. Could have put that one out of sight. Really good save by Mattia Sarkic. I mean, he's got to score, hasn't he? Bartley doesn't put it anywhere near the corner. But still, nice save by Sarkic. Ajayi, you'd have bet your house on stretching out that right foot and scoring the rebound. Big chance there for West Brom. That will pad the stats out a little bit. Remember that one when we're looking at the XG, that it was in minute 91 from a corner. Here is Phillips, second phase from the corner, takes on Bella. Phillips into the box. Phillips crosses low. Sanderson makes the block. Mollenby is going to take it into the corner. And he's going to stand on the ball. There's a sign of respect for Birmingham's performance. By the way, 4 minutes of stoppage time. And Sunjic furiously thinks he's won a throw-in, but they're still stuck in the corner there. And it's going to be a Baggies throw-in. They roll the ball to Connor Townsend, who turns the other way and lets it roll past him. Of course he does. Townsend throws it in. Phillips back to Townsend. 91:55 on the clock. Townsend runs it into the corner now. Clips it inside to Matt Phillips, who's got inside Sunjic in the box. Phillips is trying his damnedest to win a corner. Sanderson pokes out a leg, and they have won a corner. And frustratingly, if you're a Birmingham fan, the ball has been stuck in the Birmingham right back area. Big Val is saying, hem them in, keep them up there. He loves a press, doesn't he? You just don't want to get countered this late in the game. They've won another throw-in now. I swear it's been down there about 2 minutes now. Townsend throws it in. Hugill. Townsend blocked by Chong. Lee Poe looks absolutely furious with this outcome. I do have some sympathy with him. Here is Hugill, and here comes another throw. The ball has stayed in about a 5 meter squared area for at least 2.5 minutes now. West Brom have seen this out in the most tedious but most effective way you can imagine. And finally, Phillips drags it out, and he wants to waste a bit more time. Some A-grade shahousery. And Mark Roberts are going to throw it down the line, but they've killed all of the stoppage time here, West Brom. And I don't think that throw-in even got onto the pitch there. Mark Roberts is going to have another go right in the corner. And we only have 5 seconds left. So I'd imagine this one is all done. Roberts goes back to Sarkic. Oh, Sarkic gets charged down. I have to say, if you wanted to see anybody play out stoppage time, it's been utterly tedious, like I say. But West Brom have... It's been a masterful performance in not letting Birmingham get out their own defensive third. Sarkic plays it forward, and full time, West Brom are going back to the top of the Championship. And I suspect even our West Brom fans would admit that game didn't look like it was going their way. 3 good chances for Birmingham before West Brom took the lead in the 75th minute. In the first half, Jukovic glanced a header wide. Pedersen had a shot blocked. In the second half, even Sunjic hit the crossbar. But the best chance of the game, Scott Hogan diving in with his right foot when he should have dived in with his head. And then, not great bit of defending. Too much time from Carl and Grant, straight from a throw-in, basically. Comes inside, he drills it. It's a really good finish. But, I mean, sickener if you're a Birmingham fan. Stephen, absolute legend with the super chat. There is Luca in the picture. Thank you, Stephen. Let's just pop Luca up. He's our fan sponsor as well. Thank you very much, Luca and Stephen, for the support. So, as you guys said it better than me in the chat. Good teams find a way to win. West Brom have found a way to win without looking massively convincing. And you've got to score when you're on top. And Birmingham just did not do that. Bit of quality from Carl and Grant. West Brom did. And that's why, when we look at the league table, they are on top with 25 points from the first 12. They're well in the 2 points per game club. Over a quarter of the way through the season. Now looking very, very good with that points tally. They could be surpassed tomorrow by Bournemouth. However, Coventry would need a gargantuan win to get past them in terms of goal difference. Lee Bowyer looks furious, and I've got some sympathy with him. He set up well, and on another day they can win that game, can't they? Just take the chances. But it's 5 defeats in 6 for Blues, who are on 12 points with everybody down towards the relegation zone. Only the bottom 3 can't overtake Birmingham tomorrow. I'm sure there's probably 2 teams playing each other that can't, but they're within 3 points, essentially, is what I am saying. John, feel quite hard done by there. Neither side deserved to win. Well, you know, I'd even push the boat a bit further, John. I think if one side was going to win, it was going to be Birmingham. But they didn't. They lost. Robert, sorry for the result. Good commentary as ever. Keep right on. Absolutely keep right on. Never a truer word spoken. Tough one to take undone by finishing. Totally agree with you, Birmingham fans. But as the chat rightly said, Sunjic, Pedersen, Jutkiewicz, and especially Hogan, got to stick one of those chances in. We can all sit here and talk about chances created. But I know the XG has turned now because of the stoppage time, and particularly that Bartley header as well. But in the main, Birmingham could have got something there. Chris, not a great advert. Can't see Ishmael lasting long. Birmingham can flirt with relegation yet again. We hope not. We thought they were coming on fairly nice. Right. Thank you all for watching. I'm not going to be around tomorrow. I'm going to be working for Upside Sports, covering Watford, Liverpool, and interviewing some people down there. We will be back on Sunday with Dearly Departed Premier League edition and with the Championship review at 7 p.m. on Sunday night. Come and join me for that. But first, let's say a big, huge thank you to Wenlock Young Team. Thank you so much. And $8.99 super chat. Really, really kind. Thank you, everybody, for the financial support there that we've, especially in this last few minutes, seen. Peanuts as well. Stephen, thank you for contributing. Wenlock Young Team at the end there. All those guys have contributed before as well. Very, very kind. This content will always be free on YouTube, but if you do want, you can contribute financially. If you're watching tomorrow, Fulham QPR, 12:30. Again, I won't be covering it. Cardiff Swans, Sunday. We'll see. We'll see how much time I've got and what has transpired tomorrow. Keep in touch with me via Twitter, Instagram, and everything tomorrow. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your comments, your super chats, etc. And it's a big over and out from me. West Brom go back top, maybe against the run of play. West Brom 1, Birmingham 0. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.